This video contains details about the thesis statement, how to create the thesis statement, and your submission details. This is for my students' submission details. Okay, so in our subject, EAPP, the current topic thesis statement is about the central idea of the whole paper. So it is the topic of the whole paper. It summarizes the arguments about the topic, and it's usually 1 to 2 sentences long, and it can be stating the topic explicitly, which means yung words mismo nandun, or implicit, it does not directly write it, but you understand what it is about. Okay, so there's a similar concept with thesis statement, which is the topic sentence. So do not be confused with the topic sentence and the thesis statement. They are different because the thesis statement contains the main idea or the central idea of the whole paper, while the topic sentence has the main ideas or the main idea of a paragraph. Okay, so topic sentence the main contains the main idea of a paragraph. The thesis statement contains the main idea of the whole piece of writing. And the topic sentence will be 1 to 2 sentences long. Sorry, the thesis statement will be 1 to 2 sentences long, but the topic sentence is usually one sentence, which is either at the first part of the paragraph or the last part of the paragraph. Okay? Now, let's move on to the types of the thesis statement: narrative, expository, argumentative, and analytical. Here are your detailed information about them. So you can pause the information if you think it's too fast. So for narrative thesis, of course, it's supposed to narrate or tell a story. For expository, of course, it's supposed to explain or expose information or inform the reader. For argumentative, of course, you argue. You try to persuade the reader to accept your point of view or argument. And it can be analytical. It it can be aimed to analyze or interpret things or elements of the topic. Okay, now that we have mentioned the types, let's now talk about what makes a good thesis statement. So, a good thesis statement will have a topic, an opinion, reasons to support that opinion, and sometimes it will also contain the counter argument, which we will talk about later. So, the thesis statement should not have the first person inside the statements. Bakit? The word I or the first person I is informal. Thesis statement is a formal writing, and it will appear like as subjective if you use I. So thesis statements are supposed to be objective. Now, do not use unclear language. Hindi pwedeng it seems, hindi pwedeng parang. Dapat precise yung language or clear. Now, you cannot have two or more topics at once. Dapat one topic at once. And then, it should not include fact. Eh ma'am, bakit bawal maglagay ng fact? 'Di ba pruweba yung fact dun sa thesis? Sa write-up, support yung fact. Pero sa thesis statement, since it's a summary of what is supposed to be discussed, you don't include facts inside the thesis statement, but later on, dun sa support mo, dun sa paper mo. So, um, you also should not be too broad. Hindi pwedeng masyadong malawak. Pwedeng the world. Hindi pwedeng masyadong general. Hindi pwedeng it's good, it's bad. Hindi pwedeng ganun. Bakit? You have to be precise. And although you need to be precise, you need to avoid being wordy. Dapat walang masyadong palabok, straight to the point. And you should not include the title inside the thesis statement. Bakit naman? Di ba yun yung topic, yung title? Because the title should be above the thesis statement. Hiwalay dapat siya. So the title will be separated uh, as the heading or yung pinakamataas na title nga. O basta. Anyhow. So yung parts ng thesis statement, tulad kanina, nabanggit lang yung tatlo. Yung reason, yung topic, yung reason, yung position, tapos yung reason. Meron din tinatawag na concession. Yung concession, yun yung counter argument mo. Yun yung argument na akala mo laban sa'yo, pero later on, you will smash that counter argument because your reasoning will prove better that that concession is not as effective as you would defend your reasons, your position with your reasons. Okay, let's have this picture. So I took this from the video, whose link I'll be sharing below. So how to write a thesis statement? Dapat identify mo muna yung details at parts. Dapat alam mo kung ano yung topic para makapili ka ng position. In this case, ina-identify muna natin yung position, kung for siya or against, and then the reasons why uh, that writer held that position or holds that position. And then the concession, yung possible counter argument. Why do we need to know the parts kung magsusulat lang din naman tayo? It's because pag magsusulat ka, alam mo what a good thesis statement looks like, mas madali mo igawa yung sayo na mas maayos. Okay? Now let's move on. So let's identify the details. Regulating children's mobile gaming. Um, ang stand niya, dapat daw, it should be regulated. So, in my requirement for the project, you need to state whether it's for the argument or against the argument, right? In this case, it's against mobile gaming. Kaya nga i-regulate niya. Kasi kung hindi siya against, edi papayagan na lang niya. So, the reasons given is it inhibits social interaction, shortens children attention span, and not always intellectually stimulating. Now, here, merong concession. Ang concession is the counter-argument. Oo nga naman, mobile gaming can be educational. But later on, as we write the thesis statement, you will see that it's okay to put a counter-argument so long as you will be able to provide better reasons or better argument. Let's now proceed. So, ito yung model. Paano ba paggawa ng thesis statement? First, you can have the topic and then your position. Parents should regulate the amount of their children spent in mobile gaming, on mobile gaming. So, ang topic, mobile gaming, di ba? Tapos, yung stand niya, kailangan daw i-regulate or should be regulated. So, parents should regulate the amount of time their children spend on mobile gaming. So, nandun yung topic. Ito yung mobile gaming. Tapos, yung position niya, it should be regulated daw. And then, in the thesis statement, pwede ka daw maglagay ng concession o yung counter argument. Ito yung even though or while. Basic thesis statement. Tapos, i-add mo yung thesis statement. Mas maigi na ilalagay mo yung concession sa una. Bakit? Later kasi, papatunayan mo na mas maganda yung argument mo kaysa dun sa counter argument. So, here it says, even though mobile gaming can be educational, yun yung um, concession or yung counter argument. Parents should regulate the amount of time their children spend on mobile gaming. So kahit na nakakatulong si mobile gaming, dapat din i-regulate. Now, after that, they will provide the reasons Ito, thesis statement with concession and reason and thesis statement. In short, yung basic component ng thesis statement, tatlo lang. Yung, uh, yung argument o yung topic, yung position mo, at saka yung reasons. Yung pagkatapos ng because. Pero kung gusto mong i-challenge yung sarili mo, pwede mo ibigay yung counter argument na dapat kaya mong i-disprove later. So let's proceed. Pagkatapos ng because, yun yung indicator na yun yung mga reasons mo. Ito may tatlong reasons siya na binigay. Okay? Doon sa thesis statement ninyo, I also require three reasons. So if you take a look at this, basic thesis statement plus reason lang. Wala siyang counter argument. Tuloy-tuloy lang. So, parents should regulate the amount of time their children spend on mobile gaming. Ito, mobile gaming. Ito yung topic, yung stand na parents should regulate. Tapos, ito yung reason, because, ito sa reason. And then, it inhibits social, yung reasons. O nga, educational siya, dun sa may counter argument. Pero, it inhibits social interaction. Nakakahadlang para makihalubilo yung bata or yung student. Um, Nakakaikli ng focus, attention span. Tapos, it's not always intellectually stimulating. So, minsan nakakabobo. So, kung titimbangin mo yon against it being educational, mapapatunayan mo na it's not the only source of education, but it can be educational, pero dapat i-regulate. Okay? Now, here's the final thesis statement. So, in our, if you want to watch the video lesson, here's the link. Now, in our class, um, I assigned your class record number as your question number. Kung ano yung class record number mo dun sa picture na sinend ko, yun yung magiging question number mo. So you will submit this on a short bond paper. Ang font 6 to 20, syempre printed po pag nasa bond paper. Ang font size, font type, pwedeng Times New Roman or Arial. Ito lang po yung dalawang pagpipilian ng font. Now, isasubmit to sa Friday, September 2024, 12:15 a.m. sa table ko, sa faculty. So, lahat ng sections na hawak ko, HEA, BC, STEM B, at saka ICTA, at saka B. Okay? September 20, 2024, Friday po yon. Now, so, ito yung listahan ng issues na assignment, naka-assign yung number ninyo. Hindi kayo pipili ng number, naka-assign yung number. Kung ano yung number ng sa class record, yun ang number mo. So, hanggang 45 ito. So, kung anong number mo dyan, yun yung number sa class record. Now, let's have practice. Ganito yung itsura ng papel. So, sa bond paper, ilalagay nyo yung pangalan, section, kunwari HEX ako, tapos ang room ko, 501, isasubmit ko ng September 20, 2024. Make sure isubmit nyo ng September 2024 para hindi na makaabala sa pagre-review ninyo tuloy-tuloy na sa weekend mag-review. So, ang number 44, ito yung topic ko, end of life care. Tapos ang question, ito, is withholding life-sustaining treatment from terminally ill patients morally acceptable? Acceptable? Sabi niya, kasi yung life-sustaining, di ba, yung mga aparato na nakakabuhay dun sa pasyente kahit na gulay na siya, kahit na ilang araw na lang mamamatay na siya, or alam mo yon yung it's just a matter of time, malapit na yung na mamatay yung tao o sigurado nang mamamatay yung tao. Now, so isusulat mo yung number mo, tapos yung topic, yung question, tapos yung question na naka-assign sa'yo, ganyan. Tapos ilalagay mo, ano ba ang topic nito? ah, life-sustaining treatment, 'di ba? Ito yung topic. So, ano yung argument? Dalawang argument. Moral ba o good ba? So, tinatanong niya, morally acceptable ba siya? So, pwedeng, pag sinabi mong morally acceptable, ah, false or for. Tama ba? For ka, gusto mo ng life support. So, for, ang stand mo for, hindi against. So, ilalagay mo for, morally acceptable. Puwede rin na ilagay mo mamaya, ah, puwede rin ilagay mo na for tapos, ah, ah, should not be withheld. Sorry, should not be withheld. So, life-sustaining treatment from for terminally ill patients should not be withheld. So, pwede din against. Okay? For or against life-sustaining treatment for terminally ill patient should not be withheld. Ay, bakit against? For. Oo, withheld. Withheld. So, dapat hindi pigilan. So, for at saka against. Now, pagkatapos nun, so ito yung mga requirements. Kailangan lalagay mo yung for, topic, yung argument mo, tapos kung sasabihin mo kung for or against yun, tapos yung reasons. Dapat magbigay ka ng tatlong reasons. Bakit tatlo? Kasi kailangan tatlo. Okay? Sa PETA na to. Okay? So, in uh, and then, pagkatapos, ibibigay mo yung three reasons. Example, ito yung position ko. Argument. Asa na? Question. Tapos na yung question. Okay, topic. Argument. Okay, argument. So, kunwari, ang argument ko dito. Ay, bakit ganun? Okay. So, kunwari, against ako. Ayoko ng life-sustaining treatment for mentally ill patients. Pwede mo rin, 'di ba, dati implicit or explicit, pwede mong tawagin euthanasia yon or mercy killing. Pwede mo sabihin, mercy killing or euthanasia should be allowed for terminally ill patients. Tapos yung reason ko, kasi it prolongs the suffering and nahihirapan lang yung pasyente. Pangalawa, financially practical, magastos, magstay sa hospital. Tapos expression of ultimate love. I-explain ko ngayon bakit ultimate love. Kasi kapag hinayaan ko siyang mawalan ng buhay, hindi ko siya uh, hahayaan mag-suffer. Ganon. So, after na identify mo na yung components na tatlo, yung topic, yung argument, yung reason, isusulat mo na yung thesis statement mo. Dito, isang sentence lang ang thesis statement. So, life-sustaining treatment for terminally ill patients should not be continued. Ito, ito ang position ko, should not be continued. Ang topic, life-sustaining treatment for mentally ill patients. So, tapos, yung reasons ko, ito, it is still within moral, because it is still within morals to prevent, to prevent o dahil daw sana, prevent prolonging the pain, isa lang dito, agony of the pain or suffering, sa akin suffering, pain ng patient. Yun yung una, reason ko, suffering of the patient. So, yung next, yun yung first argument ko, or first reason, sorry, financially practical, at saka expression of ultimate love. So, ito yung argument ko against dun sa life-sustaining. Pwede rin naman maging for ka. So, kunwari yung argument mo for, ganito naman isusulat mo. Isa lang either for ka or against ka. Hindi dalawa. Isa lang isusulat mong statement or thesis statement. Ito, for life-sustaining treatment for terminally ill patient should not be continued. Ah, against pala ako. Tapos na ba yung against? Hindi, against. Should not be given. O yun. Should not be. For naman tayo. Should be continued. So, life-sustaining treatment for terminally ill patients should be continued. Okay? Um, Another term for life-sustaining, yun nga, euthanasia, should be allowed. O kunwari, payag ako na, life-sustaining treatment for ill should be continued. Sandali, against ka. Oo, tama. So, reason niya, it is selfish for relatives to allow patient to die for their convenience. Pangalawa, it strengthens the family bond. Ito, nahihirapan daw siya sa pera, practical. Ito, sinabi niya, tumitibay yung pagkakabigkis ng pamilya. Tapos ito, life is priceless. Dito naman, nagmamahal ka daw kapag hinayaan mong mamatay kasi hindi siya mahihirapan. So, regardless ng reasons mo, ito yung format. So, pagkatapos mong ilagay yung reasons, gagawin mo na yung thesis statement. So, sa thesis statement para sa 4, life-sustaining treatment for terminally ill patients should be continued. So, because it is selfish for the relatives to allow patients to die for their convenience. So, ito yung una. Selfish ka kasi convenience lang iniisip mo pag hinayaan mo sila. Pangalawa, this situation strengthens the family bond. Tumitibay daw yung magiging pamilya ninyo kapag hinayaan mo na may life support. At yung huli, life is priceless. So, explain mo lahat yan dun sa succeeding parts ng paper mo. But, in the thesis statement, these are the things that you need to have. So, tatlong bagay lang. Kailangan lang identify mo, sulat mo yung pangalan mo, identify mo yung issue, tungkol saan yung issue, and then isulat ang question, tapos yung topic, at saka yung argument. Sa argument or position, isulat mo kung for or against yon, tapos yung reasons. So, ganito lang itsura. Siyempre, susulat mo yung thesis statement mo. So, sa papel mo, sa bond paper, ganitong itsura. Yan. Okay? Should you have any question, ganyan ang itsura ng ipapasa mo. Should you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the GC. Wag sa PM, GC po. And thank you for watching. Paano to i-stop?